Hey guys, I'm so glad that you are here. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, you're going to be watching me create this little mini collection for a store, for salon boutique that stocks my earrings. And so I'm making like 3 little collections to send to them, and so that's what we're going to be making today. I don't know if you've ever seen this clay before. It's called Sculpey Souffle, and it is such a buttery soft. I love the finish of this clay, and I've had it before, but I haven't worked with it in a long time because during the pandemic it was hard to find. You couldn't find it anywhere, and it's now finally coming to the stores again. So if you use this, let me know, where do you get it from and if you like it or not. Hey girl, welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you've been a part of the Oh So Pretty squad, I'm so glad that you're back. If you want to join the squad, all you gotta do is hit that subscribe button and you are in. On this channel, I'm gonna take you behind the scenes of my handmade accessories business, as well as give you helpful tips and helpful information for running a small handmade or product-based business. So don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. Let's create something oh so pretty. Alright, so let's get right into this. For this collection, like I said in the beginning, I'm making this as a wholesale order, and so when I reached out to the customer to ask, what was she interested in, she told me she wanted black, gold, and gray. So I was like, okay. I already sent her like a sample package before, so one of the ones that she really liked from that package was kind of made like the black. It had that same texture as the black, and so I knew that's where I was going to start because she really loved those. So basically what I did was, with this black collection, I just used the black buttery soft souffle poppy seed. That's the color I'm using. And like I was saying earlier, oh my gosh, it's amazing. I don't know why they make Sculpey 3. Like, they just need to quit and just make more souffle because it's so hard to find, but it's such a good quality clay. Like, just the feel, it has more of like a matte finish versus the Primo, which has more of like a satin finish to it. So, but the feeling, everything is just so good. So I'm going over it with the mica powder. That's what you see me doing right there. I was adding a little bit of black mica powder, and just to give it a little bit of glisten. It's black, so it's not doing much, but I just love that sheen that it gives to it. So that's what I did for the first collection. I did like the texture stamp, what you see right there at the top of the screen. The next thing I'm doing is I'm also going to do another texture that I made with just the blade. So this texture was just like a line pattern, and basically what I did was I took the clay and I just laid it down and I put it on, and I just basically made lines in it. Just made lines back to back, and it came out very nice. I really love this texture, especially using this clay. It came out so good. I really loved how it came out, and it really pairs well with the other texture, because initially I was going to have texture on texture, but then I made that and I was like, okay, these are going to look really good together because they're not like too much of the one texture. So I really loved how those came out, and super easy to do. Like, all you need is your blade, make lines. You can make them as far, I'll make them kind of close together, and I'm not going all the way through, so you're keeping the integrity of the clay. And then the next collection that I'm going to make is the gold. So in this gold collection, it's a lot different from what I typically do, what you've seen me make here on my channel. Usually I do the gold with the mica powder, but this time I decided to do it with gold leaf. And so basically it's the same concept. I go over it, over the whole surface with gold leaf, just making sure just about every single space of the clay is covered. And then what I'll do is I'll go over it with my tools and I'll make it really give it that hammered look. But this, oh my gosh, it looks so authentic. When you see these, it looks like you have on like a heavy brass earrings, but they're so light. So light. These look so authentic. It's not even funny. Like, they look like legit brass. Like, I really love it with the micro powder, but I love it even more with this gold leaf. I mean, it looks so good. And so one of the things that I do with the texture tool that I'm using is, as you can see, I have two there. I go back and forth from the big side to the small side. And the reason why I do that is because I don't want the indentions to be that uniform. I want to give them a more organic or more realistic feel. And so when you use different sizes, you're going to get that versus just using the same size. It just becomes very uniform and repetitive, and it doesn't look too authentic. So with using the different sizes, you're going to get a different variation and a better pattern. Oh my gosh, these look so good. Oh, they look so darn good when they were done. I can't wait to show you at the end. Okay, so this next one that I wish you wanted was gray. And so I didn't want to just do plain gray. I wanted to have some type of color variation, some type of pattern, some type of something, right? And so I started out with this alcohol ink, and it just didn't do it for me. And part of the reason the design and everything worked out well, I really love that. But one thing that I do notice with alcohol ink is that you want to create like a veneer that you're going to put on top of the bottom clay. So you'll want to have like two layers. So you want to do your alcohol ink on a top layer, very, very thin. And then you can transfer that over into like a foundation, or like, I can't think of what I should call it, but like the bottom layer. So that, because after the alcohol starts drying, it starts to crack a little bit. And so it was like cracking all the way through the clay. And this is, I was going to res it and everything. It probably would have been fine, but you guys know I'll try to make quality jewelry. Not try, I do. And that's one of the reasons why I wouldn't sell it like cracky, which you wouldn't be able to notice, but I'll know. So I was like, I'm going to do something else. So I ended up using the same clay, but I ended up mixing it with another clay, and just it turned out great. It just got rid of the cracks. I had to take it back through the pasta machine to get the cracks out and rework the whole thing. All right, so this is the order before it's baked. So I'm kind of playing with the configuration that I'll do. Yeah, I'll never know what I'll end up. I kind of have an idea what I put together, but then whenever I assemble it, then it may change a little bit. So she wanted black, she also wanted gray, and she wanted gold. So this is kind of what I've put together for her wholesale order. So let's go ahead and bake these, and then we are going to assemble them. Let's go. All right, so the sanding begins. These were so easy to sand though. Like I said, that souffle, I mean, it's like butter. So good. So pretty easy to sand. I mean, it didn't take me this fast, but it definitely didn't take me that long. But they're super dusty. So, I mean, all the time when you're sanding is super dusty. But if you're new to polymer clay, please take your time and sand and, finish your earrings, because they make a huge difference between looking amateur and looking profesh when you take the time to sand them. And after I sand them, I usually have like a little container of water on my desk, and I just kind of rinse them off really quickly. And then I use a towel to like dry them and buff them with some Renaissance wax. So I didn't show that, but yeah, I buffed the backs with Renaissance and just like over the tops as well with some good Renaissance wax. So this is the finished product. Oh my gosh. Like, they look so legit. Like, whew. I did not, well, I was like putting these up to my ears, and I was like, oh my gosh, those look good. I love those like leaf type shape looking ones. They have just the line pattern. They look so good. I love that I mixed the lines with the, like, it's not really floral, but the more like swirly pattern. And I mean, I just think it pairs so well together. It's not even funny. Love this brass. You guys don't see the gray here, and that's because they are still drying. So before I could get this video out, they're not dried and assembled because I actually did resin on top of those. So with that being said, they're not quite ready yet, but you kind of saw them before in one of the last cuts before I put them in the oven. Alright, thank you so much for watching this video. For more content like this, please hit that subscribe button. I know that 65% of you guys love watching my content, but you have not hit that subscribe button. Do it!